So my husband put together a vehicle emergency kit for our main family vehicle we use on road trips. It's a 12-seater Nissan NV3500. He put together an emergency kit based on some online lists that he found, and then he put together this kit. And we keep it in one of these big plastic tubs. This is what we got in our emergency kit. Okay, cleaning wipes. And you want them to be antibacterial, antiviral. So you want, this is like, will kill all the germs, basically. This is why you want this kind. We have an actual Red Cross emergency kit. Also notice it's got our last name on it. And it has a V because it's in, we used to have a van and a car, and so the V is to show which vehicle it goes in. It also has a date when we bought it. That's important if you have medications in there that might expire eventually. They'll tend to expire faster if they're kept in a hot vehicle, so you want to have dates on anything like that. And actually, usually we have a date on our wipes too, because bleach actually is ineffective after, I think, a year or 6 months. So you want to be replacing these things regularly. So it comes with a whole bunch of Band-Aids, different sizes, different shapes. It comes with a list of frequently needed instruments and supplies. I'm going to link this on our Amazon storefront so you can check it out on your own. It comes with a significant number of medical stuff. So we're talking scissors, tweezers, tape, a splint for broken fingers or toes, some sticks, some alcohol wipes, just pretty much anything you would need to handle anything from a minor to a major, semi-major injury. More Band-Aids. This is kind of like a folder setup. I don't know if you see this, but it's like flips around like that. So there's an eye patch in case you had something get in your eyes. There's dressing gauze. Wow, there's a lot in here. It's a padded kit as well. The fact that it's padded, oh hi kitty. The fact that it's padded means that it protects these things pretty well. We also keep things like stuff for feminine needs in here, menstrual pads. Let's see, shelter, warmth, and safety. Pretty sure we added the pads ourselves. Okay, there's an emergency poncho in here in case it's soaking wet and you need that. Some of these things we added ourselves for sure. This is emergency drinking water. It just came with a lot of these things. Got these hand warmers that are for instant if you wound up in like a frozen situation or a snowdrift or something. This will give you instant warmth. What else? Let's see. Okay, this is a survival blanket. Again, if you get really, really cold, if you're in a freezing type situation, the body heat retained blanket is what it does. Because it's silver, it keeps the body heat in and under the blanket. So you want one of those in there. 12-hour light stick in case your batteries are dead in your flashlight. What else do we have in here? We have a mag light. And we use this big one because it is large enough to also serve as a weapon if you needed it. Big D batteries, and it's super bright. This is our road travel kit. This has everything you would need for an actual vehicle problem. The previous kit was more for Red Cross people emergencies. This one is a road travel kit we bought also, and it has everything you might want. It's got jumper cables, an orange safety vest, socket wrenches and things to help you turn to change a tire if you need it. It even has some Band-Aids in there too, and a couple of zip ties, I see. I don't want to take it all out because it's so nicely packed in there. Little mini flashlight as well, but that's the roadside kit. So this is called a night haven. Basically, it's a shelter that you can put up. So if you got stuck somewhere and you needed to be able to sleep safely, this would give you some protection from the elements. It also has a Silnal shelter, so it has protection again from heat and cold. We actually have 2 of these in there. Here's the thing. It's a bivy sack is what it is. And it's a shaped tarp with partial floor designed to carry light and set up quickly. Full ventilation and weatherproof protections. Extra batteries. Also, again, you want to check the dates on these pretty often. These will replace the batteries in the mag light. Essential medications. In an emergency, the last thing you want is to not have essential medications. So if you had like blood pressure medication or something that within a day or 2 of not taking it, you could be in a serious problem. You definitely want extra doses of that in your emergency kit. Something else that you want, yeah, it's a converter. Okay, this is it's a converter, but our van comes with regular like wall outlet type one's like the thing that your laptop and everything else would plug into, and so it's a handy thing to keep a couple of different types of chargers and plugs. Sorry, I had a fly there. And plugs in there so that if we were somewhere and we needed to have contact with someone, or we needed to work, we need to plug in something for electricity, like an electric blanket or something like that, we could potentially have the vehicle running and use that to charge devices or to get online maybe with Wi-Fi. So it's just handy to have a couple kind of chargers and stuff like that too. Sharpie. This is something we have found really helpful. We almost always have one or two in our vehicle. You can use it to label food that you're not sure what time you put it in there. If you have leftover food or something, you can use it to label contents that you're not 100% sure what they are, or like if someone had to say, be sick in a bag, you would want to, and it wasn't see-through and obvious what that was, you would want to label that. It's just the sort of thing that's really handy, and also make sure that you put dates on things when you open them and when you replace them. This is a multi-tool. You definitely want one of these in your kit, and it's got all sorts of things. It's got a couple of different knife blades, which I will not pull out because I'm bad at it, but they also come with 2 different types of screwdriver heads. There's a little, I don't know if you can see there, there's notches to measure things in case you have to measure inches and stuff, so you can use it for measuring stuff. Pliers. There's also a trimmer in here for cutting wire. What else have I got? Probably a can opener type thing too, I would guess. But anyway, you want something like this in there that will serve for all sorts of things. I don't know what this, I'm guessing these are more meds probably, or actually, you know what? I bet these are, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are waterproof matches. The kind, it's a thing to keep your matches dry in case you had to start a fire to keep warm. And we've gotten through just about all of the emergency kit items. Now, this is not a complete emergency kit, but it does have a lot of things in there. This is a water-resistant AM/FM TV weather receiver. So this is how you would get information if all of your devices were down and you had no internet. This takes radio waves. So you would just plug this in, and if it was out of batteries, that's why we have the charger thing, that we could run it off the vehicle if we had to. So it just gives you alternates in case things aren't working the way they need to be working in an emergency. So some other things that we keep in our vehicle at all times, not just for emergencies, but generally speaking, we keep hand sanitizer in there all the time. I also keep sanitizing wipes because hand sanitizer works great to clean your hands if they're just germs. But if you actually have dirt or something like that, or you've gotten something sticky, you want wipes that can take the stuff off. So we have both in our vehicle. We usually also have a roll of paper towels or rags to clean up any messes that show up unexpectedly. We keep a tool to break a window if we need to, and you can just buy this on Amazon. It's super cheap, but it's a little bright yellow tool. It has a couple of sharp points to break a window if you fell into water, if the vehicle went in water and you needed to crack a window, that's there. And it also has a seatbelt cutter, so that helps make sure that you can escape the vehicle in an emergency. Obviously the owner's manual. We usually keep a couple of blankets. Those are really great if somebody's cold, or if you find yourself in a situation you need to get out of the vehicle and sit on the ground somewhere. Yeah, there's just a lot of uses for blankets. So those are some of the things we keep in our emergency kit. Again, not a complete list. It's not a fully ready kit, but it does have a lot of useful items. So let me know what you think and if this was helpful.